What does it mean? Well, Thor's hammer is the weapon of Thor that he fights against the Jotun forces, the Jotuns in the myths. So it's a symbol of protection, that he protects Asgard and Midgard with this hammer. So it does represent protection in this way, and it also represents the power and strength and vitality of that force of Thor, that power. But also, so I'll talk a bit more about the symbolism of Mjolnir. So, as I said, Thor fights against the Jotun forces with his hammer and protects Asgard and Midgard. And in that way, it's a symbol of protection. But what is it that Thor is fighting? These forces, the giants, the Jotuns, destructive forces of destruction and erosion, of entropy, apathy, negativity, illness, physical and mental decline, old age, disease, death, chaos. Like if you look at the Jotuns and what they represent, that's what it is that Thor is fighting against. So in that same way, we can draw upon the power of Thor to fight against those Jotun forces in our everyday life, because that is what it represents, in my opinion. Just as Thor fights the Jotuns, we may fight against the Jotuns. Like there's the myth of Thor's journey to Utgard, where he wrestles against an old woman who's actually a giant, and the old woman is old age itself, is time, and he's wrestling against time, and nobody can defeat time, because we all get old and we all get old and weak and frail and die, and nobody is immortal. So even Thor cannot defeat time and old age and decay and destruction and these forces that the Jotuns represent. But we can still fight against them, and so wearing Mjolnir is in that way that we can draw upon that for fighting against these negative forces in our own life. So like, if you're familiar with this concept of entropy, which is like destruction, erosion. So there's like evolution and de-evolution, and it's like the destructive forces, and the gods are like the protective, creative forces. So entropy, apathy, negativity, illness, disease, old age, death and chaos, and these forces that the Jotuns embody. And I think this is a correct reading of the symbolism and the meaning of Mjolnir, and that's something that we can draw upon, the Thor's power in our everyday life, and being ourselves life-affirming, strong and healthy, and exercising and performing ritual and putting in effort and actions in our everyday life, fighting against apathy, negativity, entropy, not giving up but persevering, and putting forth honor and virtue. And I think that there is this meaning that I'm suggesting now is evident in the myths and in the lore, and I think it's a correct, at least one way to read the meaning of Mjolnir, and that's what it means to me. My own thoughts on why I wear it and what it means to me, and what it actually means within, just as a symbol itself. So And there's probably a lot of other things. This isn't the entirety of the meaning of Thor's hammer, so I'm interested to know why do you wear it, what does it mean to you, and other interpretations of the meaning of Thor's hammer. So there you go.